Welcome to Through the Table Podcast with Brian, JL, Tom, Rick, and Russ.
Can record.
Oh, there we go.
All right.
So we were talking about the AEW Tony Khan purchase of Ring of Honor for a dollar amount we don't know.
Correct.
And how he is purchased everything from the trucks to the lighting to the cameras to whatever. Anything that's got the Ring of Honor seal on it, he owns now. So here's where I'm at with it. This is anyone who doesn't think this is a huge development doesn't know the business.
Right.
This is gigantic. AEW went from trying to get an app with very little content to trying to get an app with 20 years worth of content.
Mm-hmm.
And content on guys that are all over the world, including WWE.
Right.
Also, they now have a developmental organization, something that they didn't have. They had Dark and Dark Elevate, but now they actually have a place where they can send, the people that maybe aren't getting over, like the Joey Janela's and people like that. Andrade will be a great Ring of Honor champion someday.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like you can send these guys down there and help them out. Fix them up just like NXT was supposed to do and, get them back up to the main roster when they're ready. This is amazing. I love this. Absolutely love this. But I'll tell you, I'm seeing these fanboys again with their comments.
Oh, yeah.
And it's my favorite comment was Thursday morning. It was on that old school WWF Facebook thing when they did the announcement and someone said, I find it comical that they had to purchase someone's library so they had content. Like, dude, slow down. They've been around for 3 years. How much content do you want?
Right.
Second off, tell me the difference between them buying Ring of Honor and Vince buying ECW for the same purpose. Oh, and WCW for the same purpose.
And Smoky Mountain and who knows what else.
There's a ton of stuff that...
They were on a purchasing spree. They owned World Wrestling Council from Puerto Rico. Not that anything's ever made it on there, but they own it.
Yeah, it blows me away. It's like every time they get ahead some way, there's always the fanboys that are just like, "Oh, this is stupid. It's not going to work." Stop. This is a game changer. This is gigantic.
Yeah, and the next thing is the streaming deal. That's next is on the line in a couple of months, probably.
Yep. 100%.
I guess he's talking to some international promotions about their video libraries as well. Not sure exactly who it is. I figure one of the Japanese promotions at least.
Would it be New Japan?
No, probably not.
Old Japan.
All Japan, maybe.
Ooh.
Noah, DDT. There's a whole bunch that work together, and you never know.
Yeah.
They have their own streaming services. All Japan is nothing, so I could possibly see them.
HBO Max would be perfect. Absolutely perfect for them. Put the pay-per-views on there. You don't have to worry about going through that awful Bleacher Report anymore.
Oh, so bad. I am totally not looking forward to the pay-per-view Sunday just for that.
There's a rumor, though, that if you don't want to see it live, that Fight's going to have the replays. I don't know if that's true or not. I've heard that the last day or two.
Well, when are they having it, though? Is it going to be like after you've already known what happened? Or
Yeah, the replays. So I'd figure it'd probably be like the next morning or something.
That makes sense.
And that's just for people that don't want to deal with BR.
See, my thing is with Bleacher Report, to watch the replays, it's fine. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
but to watch it live, it's so choppy, and I just don't understand why. Like, but it was only on the Fire Stick, Amazon Fire Stick, and like I would try to, like pause it for a minute to like let it catch up, and it's just like that didn't work, and I ended up having to be like, screw it, I turned it off, and I had to stream the pay-per-view through my phone.
Right,
Then
yeah.
I had to cast it onto my television.
That's like watching at a jail's house on his iPad.
Oh,
terrible.
none of that
Yep.
sounds good.
No.
Where is he tonight?
Don't know. I haven't heard.
I thought he was coming on, and when he inquired about it.
I thought so. I mean, why would you ask him that? Everyone else, like, it doesn't make sense.
Maybe he just wanted confirmation.
Apparently so.
I can't believe this is an actual WrestleMania match. Drew McIntyre versus Baron Corbin with Madcap Moss in his corner. This is a former world champion. This is a guy who was in one of the main events last year.
My question is, why does anybody care about him?
Who, Drew?
Right now, I mean, if Madcap Moss and then Baron Corbin, that's not much of a... You're supposed to be one of the top guys on SmackDown. That doesn't tell me you are.
Right. Did you see him almost kill Madcap Moss with that whatever the hell that was he was supposed to do?
Yep.
In Saudi Arabia?
I don't know. I don't actually know where it was. I just saw like the gif
it was
of it.
The Saudi Arabian show. Yep.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Almost killed him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's the battle of former 3MB members.
Oh wow.
And former world champions that have done nothing since.
Sounds it.
Remember that? That's crazy that Jinder Mahal was champ.
Yeah.
He got a better run than Big E did, though.
He got a way better run than Big E.
Did.
There's a lot of guys that you think shouldn't have ever had the title that did and had better runs than a guy that should have had the title in Big E.
Jack Swagger.
I was about to say Jack Swagger. Del Rio 3 times.
Oh God.
Dolph Ziggler. Remember Dolph Ziggler had that little run with the belt?
I mean, I always thought Dolph deserved it. In my opinion, he was one of the best workers on the roster for the longest time until AJ showed up.
Right. He's not bad.
No. Yeah, I thought he's very underrated.
He's wrestling for the NXT title now.
I mean, at least he's going up for a title. Poor Drew McIntyre. It's just in the mid card.
It hasn't gone very well since he had the belt.
Stinks. And
I
then
know that was crazy too. Like when you think about it, because I thought they would do the thing where McIntyre wrestled Lashley, and it's like, all right, McIntyre gets his WrestleMania moment, and then they went the complete opposite way and just had Lashley like kill him.
Right.
And just he hasn't been the same since. I don't understand how guys can be just white hot and then they just get cooled off so quick.
I want to know who he pissed off in the back. What did he do? He has to have some heat on him. Because you're right. He was set up last year to have his WrestleMania moment because he didn't get to have it in the Thunderdome the year before. And then all of a sudden, like you said, he got almost squashed by Lashley and has done nothing since. Who did he piss off in the last year? Apparently, Shawn Michaels isn't wrestling, huh?
Doesn't look like it.
Apparently, they couldn't convince him to come out of retirement.
Doesn't matter how much money they wanted to spend. He wasn't going to do it.
Good.
Vince offered him about $20 million just for the one match, and he kept saying no to it.
I don't blame him. He looked awful a few years ago in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, yeah, totally. Mm-hmm.
That's one thing.
Have you seen him lately, though, too?
He looks awful, right?
So bad.
The years have not done well with him.
It's just like, you're going to come out to, I'm a sexy boy looking like just,
You know who he looks like?
Drunk
now?
Uncle Randy from, I don't know, it's just like, Jesus Christ.
When he's wearing a hat, he looks like Frank Gallagher from Shameless.
Oh, that's true.
with the same opioid addiction.
Nice. That's yeah. So Stone Cold a lock? Is that like I must have missed it. I really haven't been watching it, but
They still haven't done anything yet officially.
no.
Kevin Owens keeps making fun of Texas, trying to, in quotes, goad him into the match, but
Oh, that'll do it.
they think it will.
It's terrible.
Good.
I guess either he gets the match or he calls him out for not doing it. I don't know.
Heel Heat 101.
Mhm.
What
What
about
do you
Cody?
think of the Vince McMahon on Pat
Oh.
McAfee show last night?
I didn't see it.
I was gonna watch it. I heard it was a pretty good interview, but I didn't. The hell was that?
I don't know.
Oh, sorry, I was drilling something.
Oh,
I thought my thing was popping back up again.
Sorry about that. I didn't see it. I don't know why. I don't like Pat McAfee.
I have to point out that Russ has never drilled something on this podcast. I'm just throwing it out there, Tom.
I sure hasn't. I gotta do this one more time.
So I haven't heard. I heard.
Well, the biggest thing that I heard from it was talking about the releases, where he basically said we get rid of all the dead meat.
Oh, Jesus.
He goes, we weren't using them. They're just dead meat, dead weight, whatever you want to call them, just hanging out. He goes, why would you keep people that have no use for you?
But he was using some of those guys. Like he had a whole
Everyone that
he
program.
was using like, yeah,
And everyone they released are people that the fans love. So they're saying that they're trying to connect to the fans makes no sense whatsoever.
Like I get it with like some of the people, like the NXT people and things like that. I get those releases, but you had Malachi Black in middle of a program, and you get rid of them or get rid of him. You like Ruby Soho is very popular in the WWE. They get rid of her. There's so many of them. Yet Ronda Rousey pops on with her awful makeup again.
I mean,
don't get it.
I didn't even like him, but like everybody had this thing about Karrion Kross, or what,
Yeah.
they like it just it made no sense. A
These
lot
are
of those
people that they were using them on TV every week. Bray Wyatt was one of the top merchandise sellers.
Oh yeah,
You can't
Still
tell
is.
me he was dead weight.
He still makes the top 10 for him right now, and he hasn't been there for months.
Freaking ridiculous.
Yep.
Like it's
That
so,
comment saying, "Well, we just had too many bodies, and it's no big deal. We weren't really using anyone, and anyone we got rid of weren't big deals." It's like, do you believe what you're saying? You can't.
that's
No, he's insane.
It's so gaslighting too, because
Oh yeah,
you're realizing that some of these people are getting over in AEW, except for Andrade. Some of these people are, kind of in a way moving the needle, and you're trying to make it seem to your fanboys who believe everything you say, miss your Russ, that that AEW stinks. So that's why we got rid of these people. They're not good anyway.
not true.
It's so bad. So
Yeah.
disingenuous. What else happened on that? Because I hate Pat McAfee. I hated him when he was kicking for the Colts.
I know
I
they're
hate him
trying
now.
to say that they're going to have a match against each other. They didn't quite go there. All he said was, "Would you like a match at WrestleMania? We'll talk about it."
And I know he's inducted in the Undertaker in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
He's going to do it. Yep. I guess he just they talked about his childhood and what his vision of the WWE was back when he took it over from his dad and stuff like that. They didn't get into a whole bunch of details about much. It just kind of more general talk for an hour, I guess. He didn't say anything else really crazy.
Vince gets into the ring at Mania. My prediction from the year-end show is going to come to fruition.
Uh-huh. They
Just
said
saying.
something about if he dies, he's happy with how everything's gone. I don't know.
Yeah, I
kind
saw
of-
that too. That he just before he kicks, he just wants to be able to thank everybody and
Yeah. Mhm.
like that's
That's strange to say out there. I don't know. That was kind of like, what?
That's
Is there something we don't know? Like,
usually
does he need
people
to
who
get the ring
kind
one
of
more time because he only has a certain amount of time left? Like, I don't know what's going on.
He's gonna pull an Ultimate Warrior. He's gonna do WrestleMania, and then he's gonna come out the next night and be like, "You guys are the best." Thanks, and then
it's gonna land in Sky Harbor Airport in Phoenix,
he's
and
just
his heart's gonna explode.
he's just gonna croak
Wow.
right on Raw. He's not even gonna make it to the airport. Right on Raw.
No,
Jerry
that's probably how you want to do it, though.
Jerry Lawler style. Then they'll
Oh, I'm sure
They'll
he'd
just-
probably tell him to.
So speaking of filming that, did you see that there was like a girl in the NXT like got hurt? She got stretched out last Tuesday.
Yeah, your buddy Lash gave it to her.
Oh really?
That's who was in the ring with her. She cold cocked her in the back of the head with a knee,
Oh Jesus.
and then threw her over the top rope, and she landed on her face.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
So she got stretched out, but
For that NXT up or whatever the hell it's called.
no, it was for I
Was
thought it was
on
the
the
ring.
actual show?
Yeah, it was on the actual
Oh,
NXT
okay. Oh, I didn't know that.
because it was during. I saw like a footage of it. I guess during the
Yeah.
commercial. Alta's already in the ring, and like this poor girl's like getting taken out on a backboard,
Mhm.
and
Yep.
there's a cameraman just right in her face the whole.
Oh,
And
man.
it was just like, why are you filming this?
Wow. They doing a 24/7 on her or something?
Yeah,
God. Ugh. Yeah,
Did,
but Last Legend was in there. She just doesn't know how to work, and she killed her.
definitely doesn't know how to work. She's like, right? She's so far has like the worst 2 matches of the year. And
Oh
that's-
yeah.
that's
No, they
bad.
taped one. They taped one for 205 Live a few months ago, where they had to film it like 3 times because there was so
Right.
many botches.
And I remember there was like one where it was basically like a greatest hits, like it was like 3 minutes of an 8-minute match or something like
Yeah,
that.
right. Yeah, they had to cut it down because it was so bad.
That's crazy.
And her second match, she had to redo like 3 times because it was so bad.
That what was her name? Nikki Lyons? Was that it?
Nikita Lyons. Yeah.
Nikita, did she pop up again?
I didn't see her.
She sit on any faces?
No.
Apparently not this week. I didn't see her name anywhere.
So one thing I wanted to point out, and this just seems to be happening like all over the place all of a sudden, is why is everybody kissing everybody on all these TV shows now?
I
Like,
don't
have
know.
you? So, like, I don't know if you guys have been watching Raw and stuff like that, but like NXT, it's like there's like all these relationships going on in NXT. They just started one with the poker player and Indy Hartwell's tag team partner there. I don't remember her name, but the giant Australian lady.
Yeah.
But it's like they just started like making out the other day, and I was watching Raw, and Dana Brooke and Reginald or Reggie, they've been
Oh boy.
smooching. And it's like, why is it like, what is it going on? Why is everybody kissing? It's like, it's
I don't know. Somebody sees something in it, apparently.
stupid.
Didn't Carmella, speaking of all that, didn't Carmella come out and say she wanted to do a live sex celebration in the ring?
Yep.
Sure, she would, because that's what her YouTube show is about.
Exactly.
It's called "We Have Sex with Corey and Carmella."
Could be renamed, right?
Is that debuted yet? Has anybody watched it?
I think so. I think it's
I
on
haven't-
episode 3 or 4.
I'm not ever gonna bother watching it, but
No. Why would you?
it's
Not
terrible.
worth it.
No interest.
None.
No interest whatsoever.
So Rampage is live tonight.
Yes, it is.
Wow. What's the matches? Anything good?
Keith
doing-
Lee and possible Hobbs.
They're just saying he's fighting, and if he shows up, that they're going to take him out. Hobbs and Starks.
So basically, it'll be like Keith Lee versus like Ryan Nemeth,
Right.
and
Something
then
like that,
and
yep.
then they'll come out afterwards and try to beat him up.
Yep. And
Dolph
somebody will come save him if he needs help. If not, who knows?
Dolph Ziggler's AEW jobber brother.
The main event is the 3-way for the TNT belt. So Sammy, Darby,
good
and
3-way.
Andrade.